You are watching a picture summary of over 1,000 posture exams from a single doctor's office. As you see these pictures fly by, I'd like to bring your attention to the lateral posture exams and to the position of the head over the shoulders. The red line from the shoulder to the ear should be a straight vertical line. When this line leans forward, it means the patient is presenting with a forward head posture profile. Now focus on the number in the lower left-hand corner of the screen, the area marked posture number. A normal posture number in a neutral posture position is 0. As you see these real exams pass by, notice that in very few exams, even in children, is the posture number below 10. Some go as high as 50 or more. The higher the posture number, the worse the person's posture. The conclusion drawn from looking at all these exams is that poor posture is prevalent. It's been estimated that 90% of adults that walk through your doors and 34% of children present with an elevated posture number. Posture Pro is the #1 tool in the world to identify poor posture, quantify it, and track progress as you work with the patient or client to correct it. You are looking at the posture analysis screen of our new Posture Pro E. If you're a current Posture Pro user, this screen may not look all that different to you, but we've made some very important and critical changes underneath the hood to make this the fastest and most accurate version of Posture Pro ever. The first thing you may notice is that we've made some of these buttons larger and some of the text field screens larger. This is to accommodate using Posture Pro E on a tablet computer, make it easier to click on some of the more important features, and also to highlight or magnify the important numbers like the posture number. Well, let's bring in an exam picture. And one thing you may notice is the picture has been automatically cropped. that's a new feature that we added in Posture Pro E, the ability to manipulate the size and the cropping of the picture automatically to your taste. Some people like the picture to cover the entire workspace. Some like it cropped down as you see here. But we do give you a control of that in the new version. Now we're going to do a posture number exam, which is going to mean we need to click on these 5 anatomical marks that we know a plumb line should pass through. Posture Pro has always been able to calculate the offsets of those, but in the Posture Pro E we make the experience faster and easier. So if we click on the button that says Get Posture Number, the first thing you notice is the intense magnification, and Posture Pro will quadruple the size of the picture to bring the point even closer to you. Second, you may notice that the crosshair has changed to a more dramatic and thicker crosshair, making it easier to place inside the circle to click. Now I'm going to click on this point for the center of the ear, and you'll notice that the picture now jumps down to the area where it expects the second point to be. And we'll click on that, and again it jumps down to the hip, down to the knee, and down to the ankle. The next thing you'll notice are the crosshairs that have been left on the picture. You'll notice how easy it is to see where the offsets are based on these new crosshairs. And the lines are connected right to the center dot of the crosshair. And as you explain to the patient that all of these crosshairs should be on top of each other in a straight line, it's easy for the patient to understand where the offsets are and how much they are. These marks will also appear on the printed reports. So we not only have added speed, but also accuracy, whether you're using a mouse or a stylus or your fingertip to do the analysis. This new system of intense magnification and jumping to the next point makes Posture Pro E the fastest and most accurate system that we've ever created. The same thing applies for the A to P view. Let's bring in an A to P picture. And we still do it the way we've done it previously by clicking on the area that we want to measure, but again we have a quadruple zooming, which makes it easier to select the areas to click on. We've also enhanced the A to P connected line, so again it automatically zooms in and jumps to the next point, which it does not do in previous versions. And if you want to do a Q angle exam, again we've automated the use of the Q angle so that it jumps down and automatically goes to the points to measure. And again, it leaves the crosshairs on the screen. We have found that visually this provides much greater and immediate impact to the patient by showing them that all of these points should either be level or plumb vertical. And it makes for an analysis and a report that is more dynamic and makes a greater impact on the patient. So these are some of the changes to increase the speed and accuracy that we've built into Posture Pro E.
After we've done a complete posture exam, we can move on to the Posture Pro stress screen by clicking on the View button. The stress screen is where you can show the patient what all of these lines and numbers and dots mean on the analysis screen. The main purpose of Posture Pro is to identify and quantify and track the additional forces, mechanical forces, that are being placed on the spine and other parts of the body. These are two types of mechanical forces that PosturePro will measure. In the upper right-hand corner, where it says additional forces, based on this posture exam, we have a 100% increase in additional forces, or effectively doubling the additional force. Now, this force is measured in newtons, which is a downward gravitational force, and it's primarily affecting the discs and articular surfaces in the cervical spine, and to a lesser extent the other joints and discs in the spine. So PosturePro can very quickly identify and quantify the amount of force that's being absorbed primarily in the cervical spine. The second type of force that it measures is pounds of pull, or tension forces in the muscles. And anytime the posture assumes this forward head posture that we see in the lateral view, the muscles in the back begin to work harder in an effort to keep that head erect. And we can actually quantify the amount of pounds of pull that PosturePro will calculate and display that on the screen. It's also visually represented by these red lines. Now, one of the things that PosturePro can do that's unique is show the patient what a normal posture should be by clicking on this normal posture button, and then unchecking it. The spine will snap to the actual results of the patient's exam. To make this even more impactful, we've added a feature that we call the effects of time. Now, PosturePro will actually show the degeneration of a person's posture over time. Now, the important concept to get across to the patient is that poor posture is not self-correcting. There has to be an intervention, or the pull of gravity and the influences from what they do for a living or for work or play or genetic predispositions or lifestyle choices can all continue to affect the person's posture in a negative way. So the effects of time button is a very quick way to show them what can happen in a period of 7 to 10 years if nothing's done about it. And you simply do that by clicking on the effects of time button, and we'll see the posture degenerate. And you can reset and re-show this animation so the patient really gets the full impact. These red arrows, again, these are muscle tension forces, and you'll see in normal they're short and green, and in an abnormal posture they lengthen and become red for danger. So this stress screen is really what makes everything real to the patient and shows them that poor posture is not just about looking your best, but actually reducing real-world mechanical stresses off the machine, or in this case the human body in general, and in particular the spine. And only PosturePro can do this.